Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comics News Today. My name is Chester C. Busby III, and I am joined by my panel, of course. And we are going to be getting into the news here most readily. But first thing we want to do is come over here and talk to our panel. Well, the first one we have here, of course, is joining us is artist extraordinaire Todd. How you doing today, Todd?
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Sorry, Todd. Todd has no.
Hey, well, I'm Todd,
doing
and I'm
really
very
good.
happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm doing really good, but Chester answered for me, so he threw me off.
Well, that was actually Booster, but I understand how you
I
can
mean,
the difference between an English speaker and a New Zealander. But anyway, we also have our pie expert from New Zealand, our resident Kiwi, Booster.
It is me this time, for real. How are we doing, lads?
We are doing great, man. And of course, we are joined by the Denali Lama. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing awesome. Ready to go to do the news today and show how much BS I had to wade through.
Yeah, there's a lot, and it always is. These news reporters, they just can't. Well, they call themselves reporters, but they just can't help but twist the truth. I mean, just journalism. Just say what it is, state the facts, ma'am. But nope, they can't do that. Nevertheless, of course, we always want to remind you of all our links we have down below. You come join us on Fanspeak on Facebook. You can contact me and ask me to get on the show here, or talk to me about the Drawn and Quartered as well, or anything else you would like. We also have our podcast, and we have our donation buttons down below. Now, other than that, Denelli, today we do have the pro edition of Drawn and Quartered, which is going to be on Ethan Van Sciver's channel this week, because Mike is over in Japan here with me. Now, with that mentioned, I do need to make a little bit of announcements for that. Now, this weekend, tomorrow actually, I am going to be going to Tokyo for the Tokyo Comic Con, which is awesome. Now, during that time, I'm going to be doing a bunch of live streaming stuff, and I'll make a bunch of videos too and show you guys everything. We'll put it on the channel. But just to keep in mind that I will be over there, so some of our shows might be a little abbreviated because of my moving around and stuff. But we still will have our lives every day, well, except for tomorrow, which tomorrow we'll make a video to drop up of that with Denali and I, because I'll be in an airplane. But then, other than that, we're going to try to do the best we can. Now, on Fanspeak, we do have a guest this week, which Todd has brought in. Tell us a little bit about that guest, Todd.
that's Johnny Allen. He's the creator of Stickman, and there was a Stickman is something that used to come out, and it reached like number 49 in the Wizards poll and stuff like that, and used to get a lot of accolades as being a fun book, an all ages book. And then something happened he alludes to in the video, and we're going to find that out tomorrow or Friday.
Sweet. Now we have him scheduled, of course, with normal Fanspeak, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's fine. I can schedule around that, but it would be a lot better if we could actually do him at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then I could do a live walking into the show at 10. But I'm not sure what his schedule is. If we can reschedule that for 6 p.m., that would be a lot easier for me. But like I said, if he can't, I'll make do. So if you could talk to him about that, Todd, and see if that's possible.
Okay.
I'd appreciate it. It would be a lot easier for me to do that, because I really do want to show you guys the show, let you have a kind of a bird's eye view, as it were, or a point of view from me. I'm going to be over there with my family and such. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm really looking forward to it. And of course, I will go find Mike in the wild and do some little quick interview with him as well. So yeah, but we will have stuff that's going on this weekend. It'll just be a little off and a little odd. I think it'll be more live streaming, me showing stuff, and shorter these kind of things we're doing here. But that's neither here nor there. I think that gets us all caught up on what's going on this weekend. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into the news.
Remember, Pencil for Life will be the host channel for the fan edition tomorrow.
That's right.
So,
all right.
and I'll drop the link just then.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Pets Are for Life, bro, going to be over at Brad's channel, and that'll be fun. Now we had it on your channel actually, Todd. And how many subs did you pick up from that?
About 52.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty good.
it is, and that's the whole point of moving it around is so that we can kind of spread the love and homogenize the community as it were. That's
Right.
Pixel's idea, so thank you very much, Pixel. It's a lot of fun moving around and seeing all these different channels and everybody come together. And of course, the fan edition is a lot of fun, especially with Booster and I yucking it up.
Absolutely. I mean, someone's got to fill up that dead air, right? With all
That's
the
right.
artists too busy with their bloody pencils, just staring down at the paper and not saying anything. Someone's got to be entertaining in there.
It is true, but I have to say though, not only do you entertain the folks, Booster, you also draw and you also create straw polls. I mean, you're multitasking like crazy, huh?
It's incredible what I can do, huh? It's quite incredible. I don't mean to brag, but I'm just so darn talented.
But there you go. There you go. And keep in mind, guys, hitting that like button and subscribing, we most appreciate. And thank you very much for doing that. But hitting that share button is actually what helps us the most. It gets
And if
people over
we
here
get
to see
enough
what's going
likes,
on.
Chester will let me eat tonight.
I will. I will.
Yeah.
I am a taskmaster after all. I am a biased taskmaster. But there you go. Someone has to do it. Someone has to do it, Booster.
You know, I don't want to bloody starve to death. Bloody hell.
All right, guys. Let's move on to this first article. It's kind of interesting, I think. Denali, go ahead, man.
So we got this cover. The article is the Batman will be reportedly set in the past and start a new Dark Knight. We've been hearing a lot of Warner Brother DC's woe with Ben Affleck's reportedly being still as Batman, off as Batman, in as Batman, but it seems like with this film, they're going for a new, younger Dark Knight. So this could be seen as a soft reboot. And if it's done in the 80s, then it'll link up to Wonder Woman 1984. But it's all speculation.
It shouldn't, though, because they didn't meet until the movie, right? So there should be no connection between him and Wonder Woman. Continuity. Try saying that fast.
I think they're trying to destroy the Zack Snyder's films and all associated things, because some of the report back that we talked about is if your movie isn't doing good, we are going to recast and redo. And that's kind of like how it's going. They're recasting and redoing and rebooting kind of deal.
Well, the first thing I would say about this is about time. They should have never, ever hired Ben Affleck to be Batman. There was a huge uproar when they did it, and it was proven 100% right. He is just not a very good actor, for one, although he looked great for the part, I thought. He's not a very good actor, and he is the ultra prima donna. Why would you want to bring such a pain in the butt onto your... Yeah, go ahead.
I have to interject here, Chester. I'm a little bit triggered that you say Ben Affleck isn't a very good actor. I think he's a fantastic actor. I've seen The Town. I've seen Gone Girl. Have you seen Argo? I think he's a great actor, Chester, and how dare you?
Well, it's okay. You come from New Zealand and have no taste. But you... but no, he's absolute crap, dude. What are you talking about? Argo, they said, cause he's buddies. He's got a lot of buddies in Hollywood. That movie was no Oscar movie. What are you talking about? So what? He cried on screen. Oh, big deal. Ben Affleck sucks, dude, and he's always sucked.
Gosh. Oh my god, I can't even right now. I'm literally shaking.
Shaking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank goodness is what I say. Todd, do you have any opinion on the Affleck?
Yeah. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day.
Ooh, sweet. See? Booster.
Ouch.
Laid it down.
Let's go with it. The last time he was a superhero, that was Daredevil.
Oof.
What happened?
Oh.
And then his want to KO Jiggly, Giggly, or whatever it is. I can't even remember.
Geely.
I can't. No.
Geely.
What is it?
Geely.
What?
Oh God. This is what I have to deal with, people.
I can't say it because I don't acknowledge it.
All right, fine. That was an absolute train wreck. But no, and another real problem they had with Ben Affleck is he came in, he's got so much authority and so much power in Hollywood that he actually had a lot of influence on what was done, and his influence was bad. I mean, he came in, the whole thing between him and Alfred was horrible. That is not how Batman would treat Alfred at all. Although I think the guy who played Alfred was actually a bit of a shining light in the movie. But
Jeremy Irons?
Yes. Yeah. No, he was horrible Batman. It's horrible. All right, let me come over here to chat because they have opinions on this. Jiminy Cricket says, howdy. Well, howdy, sir. My senpai is here. He says, what? How could you link the World War Wonder Woman 1984? He'd be a child. Chicken Sith. Continuity is bigotry. Okay, that's funny.
Well, let's say this: they're making a Joker movies in the 80s, a Joker movie in the 80s.
True, with Joaquin Phoenix, right?
Exactly.
I didn't like the makeup, but Joaquin is pretty badass. We'll have to see.
Joaquin Phoenix is a fantastic actor.
Yes, he is.
People had a lot of concerns that the movies weren't going to be tied to the TV shows at all. People were saying that was going to be too complex. I was like, guys, settle down. It's just one's a TV show, one's a movie universe, right? Easy. But now it's like, now we've got different TV shows and different universes and different movies and different bloody universes. Some of these tie to this, some of these. It's getting a little absurd with DC.
A little?
At least Marvel. But
I'd say a lot.
Yeah, I thought, one's a TV show universe, one's a movie universe. That's easy enough, right? Surely you're not so brain dead that you can't figure that out. But now it's just, my God. Yeah, I think Marvel got it right with the consistency, yeah.
Yeah, no, they have. Jiminy Cricket says they should have gotten John Hamm from Mad Men to play Batman. Hey, that would be a good choice, actually. Chicken Sis says that Ben Affleck is a basset hound without a personality.
Absolute Philistines.
Now I taught you that word. You can't be turning that around on me.
I learned it once in a book called the Dictionary.
Was that dictionary called Chester?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Dr. Doom says, I'm drowning in your bias, Chester. Well, struggle for air, baby. Jiminy Cricket says, they only hired Ben Affleck to play Batman as a compromise to get an Oscar award-winning director and writer to create new Batman films. Without getting the role, Affleck never would have agreed. Well, that was stupid. Booster thinks he's triggered. He just doesn't know any better. Chicken Sis says Affleck is only good in Kevin Smith flicks because he's a joke. Jeremy Irons was good as Alfred. I do agree, Jiminy Cricket.
Jeremy Irons is too sexy to be Alfred.
Maybe a little. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a bit of a sexy old man, and I think someone like who bloody played Voldemort, Ray Fiennes, is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'd make an excellent Alfred. I think it looks just like him.
Yeah, he might be a good choice. Yeah. Chicken Sith says DC's Crisis on Infinite Media. Absolutely. All right, let's move on to the next story.
And Jiminy Cricket adds
Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes, yeah. Joaquin's Joker film is set in the 1980, so the Joker is supposed to be in his 70s in 2018, while Batman is in mid-40. Nonsense.
Yeah, that's what I mean with the Joker thing. It's all getting too complex. It's getting silly.
It is. And Dr. Doom says, he called me baby. Yes, I did. Enjoy. Moving on. Here we go. Go ahead, Denali, lay this one out.
So YouTube is pulling its YouTube Prime to go for more ad-supported push for revenues. They finally have listened that we're not going to pay $10 a month for your premium.
Yeah, but why not, Denali? Let's go and take a look at what they offer. It could be worth $20 a month. Let's see. Oh, here are
Yeah.
some of the things you can get if you pay money to YouTube, because they want a live streaming service too. Bodied. Oh, this one looks edgy. It has Eminem music. Oh, looky here. We
Oh, this
have top
uncensored trailer for the
management.
bad words.
Here we have
Lord.
top management with many Asians because my representation. We have foursome.
That is so
Ooh,
gross.
gay sex is always fun. It sells. It sells. Origin. Nice. Look at all this wonderful stuff. What is this? Sobreviv. 9 episodes. Yeah. The Groom. Les Emerders. Oh, that one looks interesting. Look at just brilliant, awesome stuff made for 12-year-olds. Everybody wants to pay money for that. Wow. Isn't this
Don't forget-
They
exciting?
have one show that's worth it, and that's Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I've watched only the free ones, but if they're all going to be free, I'll watch it.
Yeah, but the problem with these, the joke I'm trying to make is that this stuff is so get woke, go broke. It's all SJW nonsense. I mean, look at Logan Paul vlogs. Yay, that's what we need. More Logan
Hey,
Paul.
Chester, have you seen Cobra Kai?
No, I haven't, but I heard it was pretty
It
good.
absolutely makes fun of political correctness. Seriously, give it a watch.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
cool.
And
But you do know
I
the
only
rest of
hope-
this stuff is nonsense, right?
Yes, everything else is nonsense, but Cobra Kai is awesome, and I hope that they continue on season 2 and don't fall into that bait and switch, where they give you 3 comics worth of here's what you want, and after the third one's like switch, it's all SJW from here, and I hope that's not the case.
But it's
Literally,
funny.
just making you. When Cobra Kai season 2 comes out, make an account, get the premium for free for the month, binge that, then cancel it. Enjoy, lads.
There are other ways to get it, Booster, without giving money to YouTube.
Yeah,
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Virus is all right with me.
No, but I'm just saying that
we are not advertising anything
not at all.
regarding the platform that we're on about
No, we
this.
wouldn't
Just
do that.
heavily
Never.
suggesting it.
Never.
Just do the free trial when it comes out, if there's a free trial to do, because they're reportedly pulling those out after next year, 2020.
Good. Look at this over here. It says a TV scorecard. Boy, that oh my God, what is this? What is this?
The future is female.
Oh my God, that's just terrifying. That's a scary black lady. This lady right here, maybe she's Children of the Corn. I think. This one is just way too happy. This lady, no.
Wasn't that one
There's
about
so
the one
much
TV
damn
show,
diversity
the
in
black
how-
lady about the murderer? I seem to recall that one. It's like How to Find a Murderer or something. I can't.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
How to Get Away from Murder.
Scary.
There you go.
Scary lady. Okay.
How much
Anyway,
I don't watch TV anymore.
moving
You
on.
guys all on my TV.
All right, here we go. Now this one right here, Janelle's interesting. Go ahead.
Netflix has invested $1 billion to the Roald Dahl deal to get some of his children's book on their programming. So,
Aren't Netflix already
Wow.
hemorrhaging money?
Oh yeah, they love throwing money around. And to be fair, this Hollywood Reporter article from Rick Porter is once again more internet nonsense. This person is really insinuating that they spent $1 billion for the rights and then will spend an additional $500 million to $1 billion on production. That is not what's happening at all. They have allocated $1 billion for the rights and production. So once again, more lying from reporters. More lying. It's just it's such a simple little article too. Why? Of course, I'm kind of curious why they spent so much money on this. I mean, yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory's fine. Matilda, okay. The big friendly giant. But how many of his things do people really know? I mean, that doesn't mean they're not good resources that might become popular, but that's a lot of money to spend on something that I mean, it's a gamble, I think. What do you think,
Well, I
Todd?
think
Well, what I'm curious about is I don't understand. Like, if you already have a movie of something and it was great, like you're saying, all the ones that were popular all have a movie, and actually all those movies are pretty good, even Matilda.
Yeah.
So what am I going to see? Am I going to see a repeat? Am I going to see a reboot? Do I really need to? Like, why? I don't know. Understand why they would spend this much money on something already shown to me. It's like I've already seen the Sasquatch. I don't need to see him again. I
Yep.
paid my 50 cents.
And
So I don't get it.
and Vailden mentions as well, James and the Giant Peach. That was a pretty good movie. I liked it. It's a good
Yeah.
book too. But yeah.
I mean,
So
we haven't seen the sequel, like the Great Glass Elevator, but I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't that good of a book, by the way.
but it's
yeah.
interesting.
I used to love the Twits as a kid. That was one of my ones.
There you go. I mean, we read these books growing up, so I mean, there really are great kids books. But I don't know. The thing with Netflix is they're really hit or miss. Some of their stuff's really good. Some of the stuff is really bad. They're also one thing I do like about Netflix is they have something for everyone. Now, to be fair, more and more of their programming is becoming more and more progressive, but still, they have something for everyone, and I like that. I think that's a good thing.
I think
So
one of the
we'll
reasons
see.
why they're doing that, Chester, is because they have to be more exclusive of what they have. This is like a draw for people. Hey, remember all those programmings? We got a deal with the estate, so come over here, subscribe over to us if you really want to see these shows.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. Because you have Hulu, and then you have Disney Plus, and now you're having DC streaming.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not going to survive, dude.
Yeah.
well, what about like okay, you hear about the whole cut your cable cord, right? Because
Right.
it got astronomical. You got way too much for what little you got, and it's just not necessary to have it. So now you're basically creating all these different avenues where they're all around. Say they're all around $9. Well, eventually, to have all the like, maybe you want to watch not Titans, but the Doom Patrol, or maybe you want to watch Discovery or whatever, or Captain Picard's one. Now you're back to what you were paying to begin with. You're eventually climbing back there.
Mhm.
So I don't get it. Why we can't have a more a la carte service as far as, hey, I want to watch Discovery, but I'm not really interested in such and such, or I want to watch this, but I'm not interested. I don't get it. It's just going to
Yeah,
be
more like a
astronomical.
pay-per-view thing. Yeah, I get it. Well, in the end, what we're going to see is we're going to see Amazon Prime, we're going to see Disney eventually absorb Hulu, and we're going to, of course, we have Netflix. In the end, that's what it's going to be. There's a lot of these channels and places that are trying to force out their own live streaming, but they're going to fail horribly, and they've been doing so. DC's was a horrible, coming out, and CBS absolutely, you know it was an absolute trash fire with the STD. I mean, come on. And
Yeah.
they're not the only ones. There's other ones trying to get into it. But I don't know. In the end, it might be cool.
Are
Well,
you interested at all in Picard's show?
well,
No.
not really. No.
No.
Yeah.
Because I can't trust it'll actually be true to Picard,
Well,
especially with the
I don't
current.
think he would get involved if it wasn't, though.
I wouldn't agree, Todd, because um, right now Patrick Stewart is a major, major SJW, and he feels it is his responsibility.
Patrick Stewart.
These are his words, by the way. Um, he believes that it is his responsibility to educate the public on the horribleness of the white man. So
Oh God.
I really, really worry that that is just going to be a progressive mouthpiece.
So I'll teach those pesky white boys what's up.
It's like, aren't you, Captain? Aren't you a white boy yourself?
How dare you? I am 1% Native American.
1% of nothing is nothing.
Oh, goodness gracious. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. All right, moving on. Denali.
Booster said it all. So new rumors circulates and resurface about Rocksteady Superman game. There's been a listing on Rocksteady Studio looking for engineer and developers for an upcoming game for the next generations. So everybody's getting all crazy and saying this must be the Superman game that they've been talking about all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you zoom in on that Superman for a minute, Chester? Because why does his body look so great, but his face looks so bad?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted a butterface Clark Kent. Who knows?
Yeah, why does his from the neck down he looks 3D, from the neck
I feel
up,
like
he
he's doing a
looks-
little duck face there. He's
Yeah,
about
it's
to
not
borrow
good,
his
huh?
dog Snapchat filter, huh?
Yeah, he looks like Cartman.
Of course, I
Real
don't know where
flat.
they grabbed this picture from. This is not from Rocksteady.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But they've been this rumor,
No.
as Denali said, this rumor has been going around a long time, and I don't know, it'd be cool, man. It'd be hard to do, but Rocksteady, their Arkham Asylum games were great. So
I just have a hard time figuring how they would do the mechanics of a super powered man, Superman, basically, without making it seem like, well, contrived with the challenges. You know?
all the enemies will have to be kryptonite based.
Or they'd have to be alien based as strong as him, or they'd all have to come from planets with red suns, just like Superman, you know?
Or he could just fight Booster.
Mhm.
There you go, the ultra powered booster.
Right.
But Jiminy Cricket says Superman looks cross-eyed. The inbred Superman. Oh goodness. Jor-El and Lara were siblings. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
That is horrible, horrible. But it is interesting to see what they do with it. And the simple fact of the matter is, Rocksteady did a great job with the Batman Arkham series. They really did. So I hope it's cool. And but once again, this is still more rumor though. It's not confirmed. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's just rumors at this point, and the only thing they have is Superman World's Finest. But other than that, a lot of companies trademark so they don't lose it. So it
True,
doesn't really
that's
mean
true.
anything.
Now, Booster, you're a big fan of the world's finest. Why don't you tell us what is Superman fighting there? What kind of enemies does he deal with in that story?
Oh, World's Finest. No, I don't believe I've actually read that. Must have me mistaken for someone else.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay.
Huh.
I thought you praised it.
Nope.
All right.
Never read it.
All right. Well,
Sure.
okay. Moving on.
1918 to fight big old aliens that are as strong as him, usually. That's how they do it.
Yep. that's
Oh,
true.
no.
CBR, the most honest site in comic book news, said by Sergio Pereira, if I pronounced that correctly. If not, I do apologize. But I don't apologize for your bullshit. Sorry. Ding.
Denali, you picked this one just to piss me off, didn't you?
Because it's got. Go ahead, Denali. Introduce it.
So CVR Sergio Pereira. I'm just gonna butcher your name because the Titans is already the best DC TV series already. Already?
Seriously?
Seriously, it's already. After Booster, how many shots of alcohol are you now each week?
I lost count. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't care. I don't because this show doesn't bloody care.
Oh, there you go. And the interesting thing is, it says it's the best DC TV series so far. Now, obviously, what they mean is the best DC streaming service show, which I'm pretty sure it's the only one. How many actually DC streaming shows do they have right now, Booster? New ones.
No, this is the only one so
Yeah,
far.
the
So
only
I
one.
guess technically it is the best one,
Yeah,
but it
yeah, yeah.
also, by
Because-
that very account, is also the worst one.
Yes,
At the same-
exactly.
simultaneously.
Yeah, it's a simultaneous.
What else is available?
Nothing.
What else
That's
is available?
the point. That's the lie. Right?
What about Wonder Woman? Isn't Wonder Woman on there?
No, dude.
No.
And of course, now we
Really?
have many other series on the CW and stuff that have various levels of popularity, but they're not comparing that because this show is certainly not as popular as those. This show is actually very controversial. There's a lot of angst, and I do have a question for you, Booster. How sexy is this Raven? I mean, she looks super sexy.
She's 14, Chester.
She's not sexy at all. She's not a sexy girl. I wouldn't think she's sexy. There is no sexiness.
And they're not afraid to deviate from canon.
And yes, Beast Boy straight up killed a guy. Every single one of these characters has either horrifically maimed someone in torture, murdered someone, or is complicit for murder, such as Robin, who is complicit now for mass murder of an entire building of security guards and cultists and patients that were kidnapped.
And he's dropped how many F-bombs so far?
Him personally, probably 4 or 5 or something. The show in total, 31. Jason Todd making up nearly half of those.
Got me beat.
Wow, yes, he does. Absolutely. And Jiminy Cricket says Beast Boy ate a guy. Mm-hmm.
Yep. He turned into a tiger and straight up mauled a guy to death.
Wonderful.
Oh, by the way, Beast Boy only turns into a tiger in this show.
Only?
That's
oh,
it?
wow.
Only a tiger this whole show so far.
I guess they couldn't afford any more CG. They paid so much for it, they had to use it over and over again. Nick W. Series says, hi, everybody. Hello, Nick. Tank Ferret, hello.
Yeah, apparently he's freaking Tiger Boy, huh?
Wow. But yeah, this is just more nonsense from CBR. This show is, well, let's back up a half second, though. Now, Booster, it's not Titans. The characters are not canon. They're not following the idea or the spirit of Titans. But.
Oh, clearly you haven't read a book, Chester, because this is such a perfect adaptation. Didn't you know that in George Perez and Marv Wolfman's run on Titans, they dropped F-bombs all the time. They mauled and tortured and murdered people. It was all street level. It was just black and gray for the coloring. Everything was set at night. Everything looked like cartoons. And they just, tormented people viciously for the fun of it, seemingly. And the story went nowhere. Didn't you know, Chester? You should read a comic book.
I know, dude. I am so out of the loop. But my question, though, Booster, was how is the actual acting?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
Honestly, by execution standards, like when you talk about things objectively, like cinematography, music, and acting and everything, it's fine. It's serviceable. These actors are just doing what they're given. They're executing it fine, right? But the pacing's abysmal. It is so bloody slow. Nothing happens. It's just
wow.
It's a bloody train wreck.
Now, who is this? Who is this prostitute over here?
Oh, don't you know that is the Great Starfire?
Oh, that's interesting. You do realize they've actually made her orange in this picture. It's funny.
Yeah. She only ever turns orange vaguely when she's about to use her, her fire powers. Because Starfire has fire powers, right? It's in her name, Chester.
It is. I didn't think it
Just
was
like-
fire.
Just like Beast Boy when he changes into a tiger.
Yeah, Tiger Boy. That's what he is. Who also who is not always green, by the way. He's only green when he's transforming or something as well.
Oh.
Into a tiger and nothing else.
Okay, train wreck.
I would imagine this is what Raven does when she's meditating. It's like, this is what could be.
Meditating? Raven doesn't meditate, you silly fool. Raven just, whinges and goes on about how people are leaving her after her. And she, looks at the mirror and her father calls her a bitch or a slut or something, which is always hilarious when that happens.
I thought she was 14.
Yes, she is 14, but she is called a slut and a bitch in this show.
Okay.
Does anyone fly?
Yes. And she always lets the demon part control her so that she can murder someone, in very graphic ways. Little dark things go into people and kill them from the inside as they bleed. It's, yeah.
Wonderful. We're getting a lot of information here, folks.
Yeah,
Jiminy
this show
Cricket
is
says...
disgusting. Have I mentioned that?
Oh, yes, many times.
It's
Jiminy
the
Cricket
murder
says...
team.
It is the murder team. Jinri Cricket says Starfire looks like a 1970s hooker from blaxploitation films.
Oh yeah.
Yep, yep. Tank Ferris says, "Hail, no, nope, 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 nope. Next, my eyes, it burns the soul." Nick W says, "DCU Titans should have been a slam dunk. It should have been pretty easy. There's so much great content to go off of."
Should have been. But they wanted to be a mix of Daredevil and Logan and had absolutely nothing that made either of those things good. Nothing from them.
And Jeff John says, this is a fan service favorite. That we're doing it for the fans.
They should have done this with Doom Patrol or something, man. You know, based off Grant Morrison's run and did something dark and gritty with that. It might have worked. Maybe.
Well, Argo says that during the Wolfman and Perez series, Beast Boy turned into a koala and hugged people. How many times has he changed? Oh, how times have changed. I do apologize.
Yeah.
No hugs. People. Now he hugs people to death. All right. This is absolutely hurting my brain, so I shall move on from this. Over here
Yes,
to
please.
Netflix. Now this, we're going to end today's news on.
Oh, no.
And oh, yes. What are you talking about? Yes, 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 yes. Denali.
Netflix announces a live-action Cowboy Bebop series on the work with the original creator as series consultant.
See? That's a sweetness. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have seen Cowboy Bebop. If you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, please go watch Cowboy Bebop because Cowboy Bebop is awesome sauce.
Hey, Chester, you know how I feel about anime, don't you?
Yes, but dude, this
Cowboy
is a good
Bebop's
one
of the ones I love.
Oh, there you go.
It's
okay.
fantastic.
Okay, you
and
can stay,
I just don't trust. I just don't trust Netflix, dude. I feel like it's gonna be you know what their record has been with adapting anime into live action, right? With Netflix. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if they make him a black dude.
Yeah, but
or a black woman for that matter.
The guy who wrote the series is involved in its creation. That's an important point, dude. And the simple fact of the matter is the Japanese are very, very strict about their creations. And I have a feeling this could be really good. Now, you never know, but if they do this right, this would be an absolutely awesome live action series. It's perfect.
It would be 2 for 2.
Zero faith. Zero.
Todd, do you have any opinion on Cowboy Bebop live action?
No, because I'm not familiar with it.
Right.
I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar what kind of character it is.
I love the series a lot. Yeah. I even use the little bit of the video from it in my Bugbear's Basin intro, and I tried to match saxophone to a similar style as from the show.
So. Wow. But what is that guy? What is he? A cultist? What is he?
This right here?
What is this character? What is
he's basically, this is a bit in the future, and we're all over our solar system. We're not, it isn't going beyond that, but all over our solar system, we have colonies everywhere. It's kind of like a little bit of a Western in space to a point, but he is a bounty hunter. His name is Spike.
Right.
And he used to be a member of like a Yakuza group. But he's doing his own thing. He's a mercenary bounty hunter, and his crew are a bunch of misfits, of course, that are going along on his misadventures. That's the general concept.
Really?
Yeah, and you have a whole lot of jazz and awesome music.
Oh, the music!
Now I know why Chester likes it.
Oh, the music's great. Yeah. But it's also very stylistic and very colorful, and I don't know. I suggest anybody go watch Cowboy Bebop.
And great animation.
It's
top-notch animation.
Yeah. But you got Spike Spiegel, and you have his other crew, and it's just a really fun show. But I have fingers crossed for this. Now, we do need to finish up today by going to Indy Krong. Now, Indy Krong, of course, is our sponsor for Fanspeak. We do appreciate Pixel and Pixel Trader and all the stuff he does. So thank you very much, Pixel. But we do want to go through here and take a look at some of these things. Now, let's take a look at the total number that's been made so far. We're up to 2.4 million. Whew, it grows all the time, huh, Denelli?
Yep.
All right, let's look through here and let's find something we haven't talked about yet. Now, it's interesting that we have Hero Blood of Patriots, and Hero Book 1, full color, kid friendly graphic novel. I haven't checked that one out. Let's go look at this one. Let's go take a look at this one and see.
All right.
All right, so here we have a Hero Book 1 is the first book in a series of kid-friendly action-adventure original graphic novels. Hey, we've been saying more kid stuff would be good, so here we go, Denelli, a kid stuff. It's only at $589. It has 25 days left, and it has a fixed goal of 6,000, which is quite reasonable.
So what they've already done right is they have a video, but they have a really big splash page to kind of give you an idea of the characters.
Absolutely.
It's going to be there.
Yeah. And Booster, why don't you go ahead and read this overview here?
Alrighty. Our story begins when the small woodland creatures foretold he will be the greatest hero our world has ever known, so his mother named him Hero. Oh, that's a little on the nose. Huh? When he grows up, Hero is a small and doesn't necessarily look like a hero, but being a hero has nothing to do with what you look like. Hero Book 1 begins the journey of Hero and his best friend Pudge as they head out into the world to find adventure and to discover what being a hero is truly all about. Okay, they're going to really ruin the word hero for me. It's going to be like one of those words when I keep saying it, it feels like a fake word, you know what I mean?
Yep, no, that's
He's going to be a super hero.
Yeah, that's mistake 1. They should not have called him Hero. This might be a little bit of, something I've noticed being an educator is I get a bunch of teachers that I'll come in and work with and, over the years. And one of the problems I notice by a lot of people, kind of bring them in and see if they're capable of doing the job, right, is they treat children like they're 2 or 1 instead of treating them like they're 5, 6, 7, 8, right? They talk like, oh, my name is something. What is your name? They do like this. They talk down to the children. They treat them like they're stupid. Well, the kids aren't stupid. Kids are quite clever, actually. And you should never talk down to children like that because they know you're doing it. And I think this is, mistake number 1 here. Calling it Hero. It just isn't a good idea. Give him a name, and he is a hero. It's okay. Kids will get it, man. I mean, unless you're writing this book for a 1, 2-year-old, which I doubt, the kids aren't stupid, man. Stop. But, that's the only thing I see so far. They got it featured over here, which is nice. Let's take a look at that. So you get the book. Sweet. And you get a character sketch, which is kind of nice for $20. That's not bad. Let's see here. We got some various perks, and they're showing some stuff over here with art and stuff. That's nice. About us. The book. A little bit of art. Some dialogue, too. Ooh, that's a sexy wolf. I don't know. The page is set up pretty good, Janelli.
Yeah. Kind of nice feel.
I think the art's quite nice as well. And we got a decent preview of it all, yeah.
They have their perks laid out and explained here as well. It's not a bad. This page is set up pretty well, actually. It's a good page. And I think, we should have more kids' book. This is hitting me directly. I'm feeling Mouse Guard. You guys ever read Mouse Guard?
Yeah.
I know of it, but I haven't read it.
Yeah.
And Mouse Guard did not look kid-friendly at all.
What do you think, Todd? Being our resident artist, what do you think?
Well, show me one of the full pages.
Okay.
Where that? Right there. Oh, right here. That's good. Yeah, it's got a nice feel. It's got a little bit of a painterly look. I like it. It's sort of look like the bottom, the 2 middle bottom panels on that, they look very painterly, but the top one looks a little bit cartoony. So it almost there's almost seems to be a mix. Like that's sort of cell shaded on the top of her, like his face or her face, whatever it is, and then the next 2 look sort of painterly and very well rendered. And then this jumps to almost like a realistic background.
Yeah.
This one right here, and then this waterfall looks like a watercolor. So there's a little bit of a mixed thing going on here that I'm not sure but I don't know. We could be looking at things that are just things he's done throughout the years, and then these are just the primary pages.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely good for kids. You know,
And I was just discussing this with Manny the other day. The furry market is real, gentlemen. They will give you money. They have exposable income, lads.
Huh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a good quality here. I mean, certainly it almost looks like the shape of a comic, but when you're dealing with something you want to give the kids, I would almost do sort of a landscape look. So there's a few little things that you know might be better served if they were done a little bit differently, but you know, it depends on the demographic you're going for, you know.
And they're definitely writing this for kids too.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks pretty good to me, Denelli. It's a good page. The only thing I really think is the whole hero thing. You don't really need to beat children over the head with that. But even that is a small thing.
Yeah.
And it's only at $5.89. What do you think? Has anyone heard about this book or seen the creator Andrew Sheripar anywhere at all?
Never.
I think I just saw it like a few days ago on Twitter, and that was linked because of Indy Krong tweeting out.
Yeah.
So I think that's all I've seen of the creator. I'm not sure if the creator has been going on any other streams or how he's fully promoting this book at this time. But I did see a tweet, about this book on my timeline a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to get out and get about though, because the page looks good. The book looks fun. If you guys are interested in this, you have any kind of have any kids in your life, you'd like to have introduce the comic books and keep showing them comic books. It looks nice. It's $20 in. Of course, the problem I have so far is, let me see if I can find how many pages this is.
Full color oversized edition.
Okay.
What does that mean?
150-page story. Wow. Book 1 contains a 150-page story, a 4-page epilogue, and 8-page backup story for a total of 168 full-color story pages. Well,
that's good deal by the looks of it. How much are they charging for it?
It's $20, dude. Let me go over here and make sure I didn't misunderstand that. Here, Bill. No, $20.
If they can manage it, that's a good deal.
And a sketch card, a 9x6 hero character sketch card.
Yeah, that's wow, dude.
Well, maybe we should reach out to him, get him on.
Yeah, I think we should, because I overall like the look of it quite a bit, and that's a lot of content for.
Are we allowed to
play
the video? Is that?
And this is a fixed goal, yeah. So this is a fixed goal. So if he doesn't meet his goal, then everybody's refunded.
Let's listen to the video, Denelli.
Sure.
Hello everyone, my name's Andrew Charper, and I'm excited to introduce you to Hero Book 1. This is the first book in our original kid-friendly action-adventure graphic novel series from our publishing company, Misfit Corner Comics. Our story begins when this small woodland creature emerges from his winter hibernation. It is foretold that he will be the greatest hero their world has ever known. Therefore, his mom names him Hero. Now, when he grows up, he's short, he's small, and doesn't really look like what you'd think a hero would look like. But that's kind of the point. Being a hero really has nothing to do with what you actually look like.
This doesn't help me.
It's about your intentions and your actions.
This doesn't
and what
sell
you
your
actually
product.
Do. Hero Book 1 begins the journey of Hero and his best friend Pudge as they head out into the world to find adventure and to discover what being a real hero is all about.
Wow.
Hero was co-created by me and my children, Michael and Ayla, and we started working on book 1 back in 2014.
Am I the only one that
completed
can't
the
hear
black
anything?
and white edition in 2016.
You guys
and
won't
then
be able
started
to,
right
but
into Hero Book
the
2.
audience can hear.
When I showed the first book to my good friend and
Good work,
fellow
Todd.
artist Avery Butterworth, he said, "If you want to get this book into the hands of your intended audience, children, it needs to be full color." I agreed, and when he began working on book 1, we wrapped up work on book 2 and started book 3. We have an ambitious goal of at least 10 books in the series. In January
Wow.
of 2018,
10
we
books.
began a YouTube channel where we shared videos and live streams of the process of making Hero Book 3. Just search for Misfit Corner Comics on YouTube.
Well, he wants to make 10 books, and this is book 1, and it's 176 pages. Wow, we need to get a hold of this guy, Andrew Sheripar. I'm going to have to try to reach out and contact him, get him over here and talk with him a little bit because, wow, that's an interesting thing. Let me come over here to chat real quick because these guys are having a lot of comments. It is the adults who are stupid. Lol. Thank you, Nick W. Tank Ferret, I was talking about the earlier today. Call him Hero. No, the Japanese hero. This is very sharp. I think so. Dave says, yeah, call him Snarl or Snidget or something. Booster is right. No. Chicken says,
Booster's always right. What do you want about?
I mothballed a project specifically to not be associated with furries. Tank says, first time hearing about it. Yeah, it's too bad. Chicken Sith, the advertisement is Super Chat on EVS sometimes. They advertise in Super Chat on EVS sometimes. Oh, okay. 150-page story. Wow. It says, Cat, Argos creation. They need to bump the page count info to the top. Yes, that would be very good. Vailness says, is it a fox or what is it? I think it's a raccoon.
I thought it was a squirrel. Maybe a raccoon.
I don't know what it is, man.
But it doesn't have like those panda eyes of a raccoon. I think
weird.
they need.
Maybe it's a
they
red
should,
panda.
maybe they should make that the name of the character.
Yeah. What is it? Tank Ferret says, is it a fox? What does the fox say? I get it. Ha ha ha. That's a joke.
Yeah.
Argos Creation says, what does a pudge say? Oh, God. John Diller says, why is everyone here? Why are you all in the streets spreading the word and pandering for votes for me on Drawn and Quartered Pro Edition? We will get to you later, John.
Wasn't
Alright, I'm
one
gonna
picture
link-
in the Pro Edition enough for you, John Dillard?
Uh-huh.
Why must you torment these poor fools?
This guy has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna link into the chat.
Oh, okay. Chicken says it's a lemur. It could be. Maybe that's what it is.
He's
I don't
actually live right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Well,
Do we
we
have-
should definitely
Booster,
get a
can
hold
you
of him.
hack us in? Can you
Can
hack
I
us
hack
into
we
his
really
channel?
have to ask the guy. Yeah.
I could.
That'd be cool if we could do that. Just hack right in. Hey, we want to talk to you right now. That'd be awesome.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is
He's
the
not
monster
live.
Andrew speaking,
Oh,
and
he's not-
tonight we are once
No.
again live streaming.
I did just jump over into it, but it's not live. It's an auto playback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he has a place to be contacted, so we'll go and contact him and see if we can't get him over here. Anyway,
Sure.
other than that, any other comments here on this book?
No, you know what? I may have been too harsh. We're not really. I like all the pages. All the pages have a definite good look. Maybe some of that other stuff that looks like it had sort of no edge to it, are just things he's done that are, not relevant to the story. Maybe they're extra pages or.
Mhm.
So I really think, if I had a kid that I thought would read this, I would get this.
Yeah, I think it looks cute. It's well done. I think you're right. It might be a lemur. And this right here, he has a fixed goal of $6,000. It's very reasonable. It's not a bad looking page.
Apparently
tell
he's
you
come
when
out of
it's-
a winter hibernation. Does that suggest he's a squirrel?
Maybe he doesn't look squirrel-like at all, although they are small.
I mean, he looks like a red panda, except he's not red.
Ooh, you might have a point. Now, when does this launch? Can you tell
It's already
by looking at the
launched.
campaign?
It's already
Yeah, but when
launched.
Yeah.
did it launch? Like, what
5
date did it
days
launch?
ago. 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
he did not have a good first day. And usually you can imagine your first day and your last day are going to be very similar in the amount of money you make. And that's not a good number. Making money up in the middle of these campaigns is a little tough, but he needs to get on it and he needs to be pushing it because it's not a bad looking book. I'm not sure if exactly what kind of market it's going to fit. I mean, to be fair, a lot of these guys over here in this community are superhero people. This is not a superhero book, but I don't know. I think this was just once again about marketing. How do you get your name out there? How are you known? If you don't have a good marketing base, if you haven't built up a community, maybe Indiegogo isn't the way to go. Maybe going talking to a publishing company and showing them your work is maybe a better way to get your work out there. But we'll we'll try to talk to this guy and see what he has to say. I think it looks
do
good
you
though.
think his video should have been like sort of a um almost like not an animation, but even lower than that, sort of an animatic, and
Yeah, no,
it sort of move right instead
it
of
should have
watching him
been.
draw, because you can obviously watch him draw on his channel, which that's fine, but it should have been sort of characters given voices and maybe a little sort of like Spawn was. It wasn't really fully animated. It had some cheesiness to it, but that would have been fine to get the point across that this
Sure.
is a you
No,
know
it should have been a
I don't
short
know.
video where he's basically laying out his story, and he has little either moving prints or a little flash animation or something like that. It should have been very quick. What's the story? Catch attention. Get on with it. What he's doing here, and the problem is most people don't watch videos anyway, so that's it's a kind of wasted because most people will never see what he put up on a video anyway.
Right.
It's a problem. Um, Chicken Sis says, I echo Chester on kids. My 5-year-old enjoyed Spider Man the Black Suit Saga. They know what's up. Yes, they do. Kids are not stupid. And when you go into a kid and you treat them like they're an idiot, you're basically treating them like a 1 or 2 year old. And we treat 1 or 2 year olds like that because they can't speak yet. They don't know language yet. A 5, 6, 7-year-old kid, they know language. They understand. They're not dumb. And this you don't want to treat kids like that because it doesn't help them. In truth, you should
Right.
challenge them all the time. But anyway, any other comments or anything like that? Todd, do you want to give out some information where people can find you?
Sure, you can find me here every once in a while. You can find me on my own channel doing some live drawing. I think I'll just be sticking to live drawing and not trying to create some kind of special programming. And you can find me at Maroney Todd on Twitter at. You can find me on Instagram too at Todd Maroney.
Awesome. All right. Well, Booster, you have anything else to say before we get out of here today?
No, I don't have anything else to say. That's fine.
I said Booster.
I know. I wanted to throw him off.
Nah, I'm good, mate.
All right.
You can't throw me off, Todd. I am too powerful.
Too powerful. Far too powerful.
Well, fight me, bro.
Well, fight me.
I'll
bro.
fight you, bro. I'll fight you. I'll
Goodness
fight you
gracious.
right after the stream, as soon as it goes down.
All right, well, guys, now, of course, here in 1 hour, we have the Jordan Recorder, which is on Ethan Van Sciver's channel. If you want to go over and check that, please go over and support John Dillard. He's representing the fans this week. And, of course, tomorrow we are going to have the fan edition on Brad's channel, which is Pencil for Life. Pencil for Life. And today in the Jordan Recorder, I will be putting up links and letting everybody know where to find that. Other than that, just keep in mind this weekend I will be in Tokyo, so the schedule will be a little bit weird, but please come on and check in, and I probably will have more. You'll probably get more notifications than normal because I'll be putting up different little live streams of the convention as I see things that are interesting to show. Okay, but other than that, Denali, go ahead and close us out, man.
Well, thank you for everybody joining us. I hope you had a good time. We'll see you tomorrow for the next Comic Sees Today, and we have Friday possibly at 6 p.m., but we'll let you know if that can be arranged, or it can be at our normal 8 p.m. Eastern time. But otherwise, vote for John Mellon, get John Dillard,
Dillard.
and Diller. John
That's all right.
Diller.
You mess up his name. That's fine.
Yeah. I was going to say John Mellon, but I was like, no, we want Diller and give him a 2-for-2 to beat all the pros twice. But as always, your perceptions, blah, 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 and I messed it all up. Let me try again.
Okay.
As
Namaste.
always, your perception shapes your reality, so always make it a good one.
All right, guys.
Namaste.
Thank you very much. Later.